We've got one more to go after this. And this one's going to have to be Jin. He's the only one left. I love Jin, by the way. I think he's got a great voice. Okay, and click. This one's called Awake. This is number 7, Awake. This is intense, you guys. Very intense.
The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God. That God's name is Abraxas.
Okay, there's that apple again. Huh. Scratch is trying to get out. That's weird. Fire! See? Told you. Love those strings. They sound great. Oh my god, what's going on with them? There's a bird again. That's weird. I cried and laughed a lot, but they were all beautiful. 믿는 게 아냐, 버텨보는 거야. 할 수 있는 게 다 이것뿐이라서 머물고 싶어, 더 꿈꾸고 싶어. 그래도 말야, 떠날 때가 됐는 걸. Yeah, it's my truth. It's my truth. 온통 I think that bird's supposed to represent like freedom or something, or like leaving the nest kind of thing. Great vocals, man. Okay, there's the mother with her child. The apple. Interesting, okay. I think I'm starting to get this with the Polaroids. This is kind of cool. And the scratching at the door. I want to say I get some of this, not all of it, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I do get it.
This music sounds great. Just saying, it sounds really great. It's interesting. So it's faded out now, but you can still see the Polaroids a little bit. Okay, so all four of them just split. Okay, so that last one with Jin was like putting the puzzle pieces together, I think. But I think that there's still things I don't quite totally understand. I want to go back to the picture that's shown at the end with the Polaroids. Okay, so there's three things that I think how they relate to each other. Okay, is the mother and her child, the apple, and the bird. I think I understand those three things. I think that the mother and child thing is like the love for his mother, but having to get away from the abuse, having to get away and make his own life, which has to do with the bird flying away from the nest kind of thing, getting out of the nest, going away, finding his own way, getting away from that abuse, getting away from the home because it's not a home, but at the same time, maybe not wanting to leave your mother. I get it. I totally get that. The apple. So like there's a saying that says like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, meaning it's a saying usually if someone's talking about someone's son or daughter or whatever, like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So you're like your parents kind of thing. So what I think this is trying to represent is when the guys all have this apple and it's like they don't want to bite into the apple. They don't want to bite into it. I believe Jimin does bite into the apple, and I feel like something happens to him after that. I think the apple is supposed to represent the father, and I think that they don't want to become like their father. Therefore, they're worried about biting into the apple. They're worried about becoming their father. I think that's what that means. I could be wrong, but it's just kind of what I'm picking up on it. The piano, I feel like it's just a show of their escapism, how to get away from this feeling, how to get away from the depression is their love for music, their first love. That's how they get away from it. Maybe. I could be wrong on that. The scratching at the door is like maybe trying to get out of your own head. Anxiety or depression, you're fighting with yourself in your head. Family issues, you're hiding behind a door maybe. Behind the doors, people don't know what's going on inside your house. Whether you're a rich kid or you're poor, you know, that abuse, the addiction, it can happen to anybody in any family. And, you know, I think there's something about that there. It's either being locked inside your own mind and trying to scratch your way out of it. It could be definitely about anxiety, because I get that totally, and depression is a similar thing. Now, the one thing that I can't piece together is the mirror, and I don't know what I'm seeing in the mirror. There's something in the mirror, but I don't know what it is, and that's the only piece that I can't put together. And again, I could be totally wrong about all this. I might be, but it's just what I'm getting from their art. And that's a beautiful thing about art, you guys, is however you interpret art is personal to you. So that's just what I'm getting from this. But I want to understand the mirror. There's like a blurry part, and I feel like there's two people standing in the mirror or something. It's really hard to see. I'm going to leave it at that. They touch on a lot of things in this. They touch on addiction. They touch on family issues. They touch on being judged because of your family or being judged because of certain things that you do, but you could still be a really great person on the inside. And unfortunately, a lot of bad things happen to really good people. They touch on artistry. They touch on leaving the nest kind of thing, being able to leave home, being able to help yourself. They touch on how hard it is, internal struggles, how hard they can be. Touch on a lot of stuff in this. As I'm scrolling down, I'm seeing a lot of theory videos, and I feel like my theory is totally different than what these things are saying. Like Jin's alter ego theory. There's probably a lot more, maybe better theories than mine. But that's just what I'm getting from it. That's like the message I'm getting from it more than the story, maybe. I loved it though. Wow. Talented dudes. I'm pretty sure they wrote this on their own. And you know what? I'm not even talking about Rap Monster's poems in the beginning. So in the beginning of each one of them, they have like a poem that's read by Rap Monster, and they sound really, really good. A lot of it is talking about like turmoil with families and stuff. Really good, you guys. I don't want to dive too much deeper into it because I could probably go on and on and on and on about this, which I'm pretty sure you probably all understand. Dory, I'm very happy I checked this out. And to all the other dreamers that suggested that I check this out, thank you so much. I'm glad that I finally have. Probably watch it again to try to get an idea of what it's about. Let me know if you think my theory touches on any of it, and if anyone else has come up with that theory at all. or that meaning or message. I loved it. The music sounded great also. Let me just talk about the music. The music sounded really good. They used like a Korg at one point, which is a really nice keyboard. A lot of cool things going on. The strings sounded fabulous. Really cool mixing and really interesting sound effects and stuff that happened. Very artsy. I loved it. Very, very good. I hope they come out with some more stuff like this. Anyways, you guys, ARMYs, Dreamers, Dory. Also, Dory. Have you ever seen Finding Dory? That movie? Because there's a part that I love, and every time I say your name, I think of it, and it just makes me smile. So that's awesome. There's a part where there's like this whale trying to call Dory, and they talk in like whale or something, and she goes, Dory. And I probably just ruined the mood of the entire video. But it was, I really love that. It's really funny, and yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a really good movie. I love you guys so much. Purple Hearts. See you in the next video, whichever one you might choose. And until then, annyeong.